Hello there and welcome to PS4 and Hohokum, which is one of the free to download PS Plus games for PS4 and PS Vita for the month of May 2015. Um, it's a difficult game to explain, to be perfectly honest with you. It's an exploration game with no combat. There's lots of environments, some of which have missions and things to do. But this little chap here, I am playing the little wormy chap, and I picked up this little chap who's riding on me, and he's collecting colours. So I have to light the colours up, match him to the colours he wants. There we go, he's grabbed one. And once he's got the 4 colours he needs, I head back to his little house, here it is, and he will then pop the colours in the machine, like so. Amazing. There we go, mate. And it will create a beautiful hat for one of the little chaps below me. See, oh bless. And I go around and you can see now the machine has got 4 different colour choices. I pick up the little guy again, pick up 4 more colours and make hats. Once I have all 4 hats made, I get a tiny little kind of cartoony cutscene and I'm off and I release one of my little wormy friends. So there's another little wormy friend roaming around this level that we'll see a little bit later on. And that's the idea. You explore the environments. There's no combat. No, the tutorial is essentially this is how you steer, this is how you go faster, this is how you go slower. And it leaves you just to explore the areas that you get to, discovering if there are secrets, the secrets or the missions or the things you have to do for yourself. You know, it doesn't lead you by the hand, it just lets you get on. And it's a game about just exploring. I think enjoying the ambience more than anything. It's very musical, so when you light things up, it's got this nice score which is very much driven by how you move around the environments. I don't know what's going on in here. Perhaps I need to light up all of the little blobs before I can get a reward, or perhaps it's just a level that I can wander around and just enjoy. Very, very interesting, different approach to gaming. And you know, they have a place, I think, these things. So one of the things that's lacking in the new generation of games at the moment is real innovation. We're getting some very generic copies of old games, and what we're not getting is people looking at the technology available and pushing it. Now, although this is not technologically going to push anything, it probably doesn't even push the Vita particularly hard. At least it's showing that there are developers out there who are wanting to innovate and do something that's a little bit more interesting and compelling than just put out another FPS, another third-person shooter, whatever it might be. Um, I'm narrating over this after the fact. So these don't all link into each other. So if you're playing the game and suddenly, well, I was on that level and it hasn't linked here, that's because I've been playing around with it. So here's a completely different level, different aesthetic. You can only move in right angles. Haven't figured out what the point of this one is yet. We're going to open that door in a second and go down into another room where there's some little guys looking at us like some kind of experiment. There we go. Come on, let's go there. Go there. There we go. So it takes me into another room, and we've got 2 little blokes looking at me. There's obviously something I have to do in here, perhaps to impress these guys. No idea what it is. I suppose I'll go back at some point and find out. That is, after all, the point of this game, is to explore and try and figure out and understand what the world's about anyway. Perhaps you have to fill up every single square on that grid without bumping into the wall and getting rid of it like that. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. So it's very simple to control. It's a very elegant game. It is very beautiful. You know, like graphically, it's not pushing the processing power of any of the platforms it's appearing on. But that's not what it's about, really, is it? I mean, art isn't about flashy, high-definition graphics. It's about doing something interesting and compelling that people actually want to engage with and watch. And certainly what I've found with this game is that, you know, I thought I might spend 10 or 15 minutes on it to begin with, but I think I played it first time I switched it on solidly for about an hour because it was so compelling. I just wanted to see what was happening next, what environments I could find. And it's just a joy to see this weird and wonderful world unfold before your very eyes with your little wormy bloke. I say, I think in terms of missions, you start off the very first level that you do. There are dozens and dozens of these little wormy blokes around all over the place, and I think the point of the game is to release them. So you'll see in a minute. I think there'll be one that joins me. This is one that by completing this level, oh, there he is. You see him just there. By completing this level, I unlocked. So I think that by completing levels and doing various things within the levels, like making sure the guy's got all of his hats done, you release small little wormy fellas to join in with you. It's just pretty. I mean, look, it's got a lovely soundtrack. It's very ambient. It's there he is, there's my friend. He follows me around a little bit. Lovely ambient kind of feel to it. The soundtrack, although there is a soundtrack in the end, I mean, you create some of the soundtrack yourself just by exploring the environments, which is very, very lovely. And then you're looking for the portals that you can then find new worlds. And I think there's quite a few hundred worlds to find, according to the kind of the pause screen when you log out. So it's something that's going to take a while to get through. My only concern with it is that in my playthrough, I kept going back and visiting the same worlds again and again, and was finding it increasingly difficult to discover new worlds. So I'm concerned that there may be a frustration there for some people in terms of progression not necessarily happening as fast as they might like. But I think now, if I play this game, it's a game that I would only play for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, maybe half an hour at the most, because it doesn't require too much thought, and it's something that you can just enjoy for what it is. You go into this world. This is a hub world. Not very much goes on here. I think as you open up more portals and discover more worlds, these hub worlds will have more elements that you can discover. So we've got 3 little portals there and 3 worlds. So there's one at the top, which is a kind of a lovely rustic scene, as I remember, and then this one down here, which is going to take us to the final area I'm going to look at today, which is a fairground. There is something to do in the fairground. I haven't completed this yet. Lovely surreal art style, isn't it? You know, the flappy boats, and it's just, that's like a Hundertwasser picture, actually. If you know anything about Friedensreich Hundertwasser, look him up on the internet. He was a brilliant artist and architect from kind of the 40s, 50s and 60s. Brilliant. In this one, it is a fairground, and what I need to do is to collect people and deliver them to various different attractions throughout the fairground. So people jump on as I walk past them. That guy's got a key above his head. I need to deliver him to the area that's got a key on it, and it opens things up, and that's another thing completed. First thing I'm going to do is to get everyone onto this Ferris wheel. So I go around this, and once I've got everyone on the Ferris wheel starts working. So you need to deliver people to various attractions, and I think once you've done that, the level's finished, and you unlock another of your wiggly mates, and that's the way it goes. I haven't explored it thoroughly. I've just wiggled around, enjoying the ambience and the joy of doing this. I mean, I've no idea what I'm doing half the time, and that's the point of the game. It's about exploration. Like, I found out that you could shoot people out the top of this. I don't know why, but it's just fun. So I would suggest having a little look at this game. I say it's free to download, so what have you got to lose? Shove it onto your PS4 or your Vita and have a play. If you don't like it, you can delete it. If you like it, then I think there is an awful lot of fun and enjoyment to get out of this. Very gentle, stress-relieving, non-pressured, innovative, intelligent, and beautiful-looking game. So, as always, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, do all of the sociables, and happy gaming, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye for now.